Hey, this is your next door neighbor. I'm here with another episode. This will be part 3 of proof that the Bible is real. Okay? If you looked at part 1, you saw that the Bible did the impossible in that it gave so many predictions about one person, which science studied. Someone that was a chairman of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering did a study of probability and said it was virtually impossible for the Bible to make predictions, and it did it. So you can go to part 1 to find out about that. Part 2, we saw that the Bible did a prophecy that dated over 1,000 years. So that was part 2. So now we're at part 3. We're going to elaborate more on some of the things that was in part 1 and part 2, actually mostly in part 2, and we're going to try to see if it's really true. It's going to help elaborate on it. Okay?
Listen to me now.
Thank you so much for joining me on this exciting series that we're doing. This is part 3, and we are going to get going. So, one thing I would like you to note is that the previous videos are kind of important because it kind of gives you the foundation of where we're going. Now, you saw that in Daniel 2 that they talked about 4 nations, and then there was a nation that divided into 10. That's what I said to you, and it seems kind of far-fetched, right? Well, this is going to kind of build into it a little bit more. We jump all the way to Daniel 7. Now, some of the things that can help you understand these prophecies is knowing the foundation. Number 1, we talked about 4 nations. Remember, we talked about that already. So if that is true, then if there's any other prophecies that have to do with history, it needs to be consistent with those. So that is what's happening. All through the rest of the prophecies, it starts with the Daniel 2 talking about the 4 nations, and it continues that way. So you're going to see the number 4 again, and you're going to know, okay, 4, this has some significance, 4 nations. Okay? Then we talked about the 10 toes. You're going to see something talking about 10 again, and you should already know because you looked at the previous prophecies in Daniel 2. That helps you have a reference, okay? Another reference source that you can use is found in amazingfacts.org. Go to amazingfacts.org, go into search, and look for prophecy code. When you get to prophecy code, they have 2 download items that you should definitely use for your reference. It says Bible numbers and it says Bible symbols. Those are 2 great sources because they use interpretations based on the Bible only. Okay? Thank you. So in Daniel 7, it was the first year of Nebuchadnezzar's son, Belshazzar, was in power. So that would be around 539 BC. And he dreams about 4 beasts coming out of the sea. He saw the 4 winds of the earth. And these 4 beasts came out. Okay? And they were all diverse from each other. The first beast was like a lion, and it had eagle wings. And he beheld, and the wings were plucked up. And the beast was raised up onto his feet like a man. And a man's heart was given to it. Okay, let's find out what this means. Okay. First of all, we talked about 4 beasts. what do beasts mean? We talked about the number 4 that we told you about already. We already know that there were 4 nations that were coming into power from before. We said it was Babylon. We said it was Media, Persia. We said it was Greece. And we said it was Rome. So now we have a beast that comes up that's like a lion. Now, what proof that do we have that the animals are beasts and the beasts represent kingdoms? Well, we go to Daniel 7, verse 17. And Daniel 7, verse 17 says, and these 4 beasts were 4 kings that would rise up. Okay, so you can go to Daniel 17 and read that for yourself, and you'll see that it talked about kings that would rise up. Okay? Another symbol to note is that the lion had eagle's wings. Eagle's wings represent swiftness, moving quickly. And the fact that it was an eagle is one of the strongest birds out there. And so you're going to find out, what do eagles mean and where do I get that from? If you go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 49, and read the scripture, there's a scripture that says eagle's wings and swift. And it suggests that wings stand for swiftness. We know that a lion represents power, strength. There is a reference to lion. They even consider Jesus to be the Lion of Judah. In this case, we're not talking about Jesus, but this lion has to do with beasts, a king that was very powerful, and a man's heart was given to him. It seems to me that this particular king seemed to have some type of change of heart. Okay? And so we're going to look and find out which beast. It says the first beast. So who was the first beast? Well, the first beast was Babylon. We remember from Daniel 2 that the first beast was Babylon. Okay. We continue and we notice that another beast came up.
Listen to me now.